Welcome back to Frostpunk and the Throne of Wiv. So this endless map is on the flats, for those of you who are not familiar with the various endless maps. And I picked this map specifically because of the size of the map, so that we get to build a large, sprawling metropolis, hopefully. But let's go back to the game and continue to expand our little Hamlet, I guess, is what it currently is. We don't have much wood currently, so we need to ensure that we get more of that. This gathering post is inoperative at the moment, so let's put people in there so they can hopefully get rid of the coal in this pile. One of the biggest challenges that I've found with the endless maps is that, especially at the beginning, yes, you do start with 105 workers, where 15 of them are children, so you could, of course, go with child labor laws and have those children work in things like gathering posts, which are safe jobs for them. But it takes many days until you find more. There's an event that sends you to a settlement, but then you get a substantial amount of new workers, so there is that. But for the first days, you need to manage your workers carefully and make sure that you actually have workers that are used in a sensible fashion, I would say. And I don't know why they haven't built that little road bit there, or the little road bit there, before they finish the church, but okay. Steam hub range upgrade have been researched. We have 45 wood. I think we'll take the lighter scout sleds then. That is a very important technology to research, particularly on Endless, because there's a lot of nodes. And for those of you who are not familiar with playing on Endless, every time you have a storm, that is every 15th day, all of the nodes on the map resets. I hope that does not apply to the outposts that we will encounter during the game, but at least the other nodes, they reset. So what we have out here now, all of these nodes will be gone and replaced by new ones after the first storm has been resolved. Scouts have reached the empty shelter. This is one of those landmarks. We have discovered a site called the Buried Hamlet. Let's go over there. Seems to be some kind of small settlement half buried in the snow, so that might actually have some people for us. Might. The other scouts have reached the abandoned wreck. Crates and pieces of scorched metal lie around the wreck. It seems like there was an explosion aboard. Steel, coal and wood. Unfinished salvage. We found plenty of steel and coal in and around the wreck, like someone was trying to move the supplies but gave up eventually. We've discovered the supply depot and we get 84 steel, 64 coal and 66 wood. That's very nice. Let's move on to the supply depot then. It's a rusty shack, nothing more can be seen from this distance. That'll take 23 hours. So getting that technology for having the scouts move faster, yeah, that is very important. And you can even get them boosted, which is even better. So both of those are very important, especially when playing on Endless. On other maps where the resources are a bit more limited, I probably would avoid them. Depending on the map, that is. If someone would build those roads, I would be very happy. Let's take out these workers momentarily so that the roads can be built. This one is done. Let's tear it down. We need someone to cook. Gathering post resources depleted, so this one is done. Take out, dismantle. And we need to put these workers in again because it's already 1635, which means that they're supposed to leave at 1800 hours. So we want them to be ready for that. Lighter scout sleds researched. Scouts are now 50% faster, so you can see it's gone down to 11 hours 29 minutes. I'm not sure if that actually has been applied yet. The next thing we want is a steam sawmill. Processes frozen trees faster, supplying up to 120 wood instead of 80 wood per standard workday. So that one is fairly important. Yeah, it has been applied. I think we should put some workers in here as well now. Temperature is going to drop again tomorrow. That means that we should probably get one of those steam hubs. Now we could actually build them in this. That's not too bad. Let me just check this to be certain. There's a tent, and then we can build a road following that tent. Let's build it. Let's use 10 wood for that. And I didn't mean to do that. I want to build that one as well. So that was 20 wood. It's a bit annoying, but yeah, so this will work actually. That means we don't have to upgrade the range of the generator again. We can, but we don't have to, because we'll have these along the route here. I want to have one here. And then I need to actually expand this road. So I'll just finish this road then. Because the next one, I think it should be 11. Oh, it's moving too quickly. 11 away. So this goes on dot number 4 there. 1, 2, 3. That's 4.5. 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8, 9, 10, 11.5. Okay. So if that one goes on that one, it also just barely covers that tent, so we want to make sure that it covers like so, I think. It's a bit too close. It should be fine to build it there. I believe that if we build a tent here, it should be covered by it. We'll see when the time comes. We can remove this again and turn on the simulation or the game speed. Yeah, this is why I'm not too happy about taking out workers from the hunter's huts, because now we're getting less efficiency, because some of them are going to build instead. So we're not going to have the full 30 raw food. The rebirth of faith. Sir, people have started to visit the house of prayer. There aren't many of them yet, but it might be the start of something special. It seems they really needed a proper place of worship. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so this one seems to have gone up to 100%. Okay, there we go. Now, coal, we can get coal out there, and we can get no coal out here. Okay, I need to build a gathering post out here. That should be fine. Can we just build a road like this? Yes, we can. It'll even pass, so that's perfect. That is, if we want to continue that road. I don't know. Probably not, because now it's blocking the hunters. Then again, I could just move it a little bit so that we can facilitate placing a hunter here and then turn it back to that. So that works. I really like the idea of building circular cities. It's a very different challenge from many other games. I don't really need this on currently, but then again, it's fine to have it on because it's going to be cold and we need them on. So we have about 22 hours left of coal, which is why we need this depot up, or supply gathering post up and running. Scouts have reached the supply depot. The shack is falling apart, but its contents still have some value to us. Raw food and wood. A hidden stash. Searching the shack, we found plenty of valuable supplies, and we've discovered the stone ship, 59 raw food and 80 wood. That'll come in handy. Going to the stone ship will take us 14 hours, so let's do that. This place is the only thing standing out in the endless white desert. This might be a landmark, I don't know. And we've also reached the buried Hamlet. It's just a few shabby huts with snow banks rising up to their roofs. Incredibly, and expectedly, people live here. Doomed settlements. There are mostly children here. They are hungry and have insufficient clothing. They will not survive in such conditions. There are 12 children, 9 engineers and 15 workers, and we shall of course escort them to the city because I don't want anyone to die. We also discovered the large pit and the abandoned sawmill. So, that's good. That means we have 36 incoming people, and we have bed spaces for 5. So we need to build 4 more tents. Okay, we need to do something about that because I want to have room. 1, 2, 3. Houses of prayer have been erected, giving people a place to pray together and find comfort in faith. Hope rises. No discontent. 75 to 80% hope. I'm happy with that. How many children have we have incoming? 12. So we do need another child shelter. Well, I guess we can use that space for that then. When we have enough wood, that is. Yeah. They will be here in 15 hours. How much is left here? Not much. We do need to consider building a coal mine at some point here. But for now, let's build a gathering post up here. There is no coal here, but there is wood and steel. This one we should put into extended shift, but I'm not going to put any people in here. Steam sawmill researched, that's good. The next, I think, should be flying hunters would be nice, but we can't afford that currently. We could get hunting tactics. They would employ less people. We don't have enough to do that though. Let's take these engineers out and put them in this gathering post instead. It's not a major crisis that we're not researching currently, and we do need to get up our resources. Temperature out there is not ideal, so we need to enable the heater. A note of thanks. We just wanted to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you're creating, we can see things will be different. It was the right thing to do. Clearly. You guys are done. Okay, we can build another tent. Okay, so that one won't be covered. How would a child shelter fit here? Yep, perfectly actually. Let's build it back to back. Ah, we can sign a new law. We do have these evening prayers. That's a good option. Shrines too is a good option, especially since it increases efficiency. Costs 10 wood and 10 steel, and we don't really have the steel for that currently. We need to build a steel mine. Let's go have a look at the adaptation laws. Yeah, I think we are going to get radical treatment here. It has a shorter cooldown period, so it's not a huge deal to have that, and it's a very important law to have. Okay, things are happening now. Coal pile depleted, that was one of those. And no, actually both of them. Take these out and dismantle the building. And that means we should get a coal mine down here. Not adjacent to street, no. But that's not a big problem. I don't think we can afford... We can afford a sawmill. That will destroy some of the trees. Let's just put it there. Yeah, okay, we need them to tear down those things first. Let's cancel these until this thing is torn down, because they will prioritize building those instead of tearing down that, and I want the road to be straight. Scouts have reached the stone ship as well, a distinct spot in Frostland as expected. We have discovered the supply trailer and the large crater. Large crater, that sounds interesting. 1 day, 4 hours. Yeah, let's go to... Actually, let's go to the supply trailer first. No, let's go to the large crater. We do have some engineers, so we can start some research again. Let's... No, we don't have enough steel. Put workers in here. Put them on extended shift. Should get this guy back, or these guys, so we can get the resources. But I want to have them out in the field for as long as possible. So the new citizens have arrived. The scouts should be sent out again immediately. I think we'll send them to the rocky promontory or the windswept snowfield. Let's go to the windswept snowfield. We still need 1 tent though. There we go. Wait, I am building 1 tent. It's just not done yet. That's better. Now we can pause because I want to build that coal mine again. And then we can do that. And we can do this. And I won't build the sawmill because it requires wood. And I'd rather save that wood, even though it's just 10. We don't really need all those engineers in there, so let's put them over there. Anything else we can research that doesn't require too much steel? I would really like to get the flying hunters, but we can't build them anyways, since they require 40 steel to build. The sawmill upgrade requires steel only, but okay, let's get the generator power upgrade because that's something we need. And let's pause again. We also should get a steelworks because this is an untenable situation for now. We need more wood though. We do have plenty of people now. Plenty, I wouldn't say, but we have more people, so that helps. And all the children should be in child shelters. I don't think we need these on at the moment. Nor do we need these heaters on. We can save some coal on that. Yeah, that looks good. That should also be enough wood to build this road out to the steelworks. We have 19 people going around buildings, that's good. And now we're also starting to collect some more steel again, so that's good. We're collecting a little bit up here as well, so... can already sign a new law. Care house. This has a cooldown of 1 day, 12 hours. This will require us to build a care house, but... it is also an important law. So is the public house. But it does require steel. Cemetery, on the other hand, does only require wood, so we'll get a cemetery, because it is very unlikely that we will be able to go through this map without any deaths. So let's build a cemetery out there. You guys can go out and build. Extended shift, put some workers in there. Generator power upgrade, we need to immediately set that back to level 1. I don't want that to be running on level 2. 6948, we need 150. We don't have the factory yet. I'm thinking we should get the steam steelworks. And we need workers in there, of course. And that should also be set to extended. And this has 534 wood left. Our hunters are leaving, so that's good. The next tech we should research probably is the flying hunters. But I'm thinking that we should get a couple more workshops. We can't get one there, but we can get one here. And then there would be room for another. That's actually quite okay. Let's build one there. Cemetery has been established. Now we can put our dead to rest. Hope rises. We need a couple of engineers in that building, but the scouts have reached the large crater. There's a snow crawler down in the crater near the edge, and we can see people moving about. I kinda suspected that. Survivors. These people sought shelter in this crater during a blizzard, only to discover that their crawler couldn't climb out of it. With 10 children, 12 engineers, and 17 workers, that's perfect. That would be 2239. 10 children. What does that involve? Okay, so we need another child shelter then. 39. How many bed spaces? We have 9 vacant, so we need 3 more tents. That's covering, and that's covering. I'm thinking we probably need to build a fighting pit here, but I don't need it currently, so I'll just ignore it. We do need another child shelter, so we can build that here. I probably will move these child shelters because these are premium spots for tents or housing because of the fighting pit and the house of prayer. But for now I don't want to build more of these steam hubs, so let's just go with them here for now. We're going to stay at minus 20 degrees Celsius, so that's good. Ah yes, I needed more engineers. Where do I find that? Okay, I will find one out here. We don't need full, so let's put those 5 in there. Scouts have reached the windswept snowfield. This is another exploration point. Lonely Light. Let's go to that. Ah, more survivors. Well, if we're getting more survivors in, I'm going to go build a steam sawmill, but I preferably want to have it where it's covering as many trees as possible, like that for instance, and we can build the road up to it like that. We should have upgraded this to a steam sawmill, but not really. We should rather just let this finish and build a steam sawmill further in. We can sign another law. I really don't want to take anything that requires me to build more of the steam hubs currently, because we need to build a we need to build another, or we need to build a coal mine before we do that. Public house would not be a bad idea though. The other question is, what do we have under purpose? We have shrines, which is very tasty. And we also have the evening prayers. 2 days cooldown, 18 hours. Let's take the shrines then. Those would be under faith, and we need 30 wood and 30 steel. Ah, we do have a coal mine, sorry. My bad. How much coal are we currently using? Not much. Steam Steelworks has been researched. I think we'll get the Sawmill upgrade. Could use someone to work in the kitchen. Any patients in here? Yeah, let's take these engineers and put them in the kitchen. The patient can just go to the next tent. It's not like it's a huge distance to travel. Crowded shelter. Captain, the lookouts at the beacon have sighted a storm shelter full of people. That should give us about 100 new people, so that's good. That would be... there. Okay. I'll be saving up the resources now so we can get the next tier in the technology. Scouts have reached the Lonely Light, but let's just move these engineers back here. The light led us to a camp, but we found no survivors, just bodies lying everywhere. What has happened here? Steel, coal and wood. Fight to the death. Most of the victims died violently, some still locked in a deadly struggle. The supplies are intact and the light is powered by a wind generator. These people were obviously well prepared. This is truly bizarre. Site discovered, barren hollow. 57 steel, 81 coal and 66 wood. So these guys are moving back. So we don't need to send this guy back. So let's send him over to the barren hollow then. Or send them over to the barren hollow. Complaining about the long hours of toil. I'm ignoring that. We need 100 wood. There we go. Mechanical calculators. Why are we getting so little wood? 183 per day. This one is gathering coal, but this one is gathering wood, as well as this. I would like these gathering posts to finish up, and we are having more workers incoming in less than 12 hours, so they will be ready to work in the morning, so we can put them to work there tomorrow. So that'll help. Shift is ending. Steel wreckage depleted ×2. This one and that one. Good. Yeah, it's night time. Let's build those shrines. If we build one here, that will cover both of them. I don't really feel like we need to build one there. That should cover both of these. And then if we build one here, that should cover these buildings, including the kitchen. And we can build one here to cover the medics, but is that really necessary, I wonder? It's gonna cost us 10. I know, I'm gonna be happy with the 3 we are building now. New law available. Field kitchens, yeah, they're not bad, but they're not good either. A house of healing, yeah, I like them, but I think that since we have so many steam cores available on this endless mode, I would rather just go with the infirmaries. And these do heal people slower than the infirmary. It will also probably cause one scripted death, and I'd rather not have that. So let's go with the evening prayers, unless there is something in the adaptation tree that we need. Yeah, okay, let's get the care house first. That's 1 day, 12 hours. Health care house, that should fit neatly here somewhere. If we build it like that, we can build 2 of them. Or maybe even a hunter. Yeah, let's build it like that. It should be covered by enough of the generator so that it will be heated. Scouts have reached the Barren Hollow. This is one of those exploration spots again, and we've discovered a research outpost, so let's go there. 19 hours. Shrines have been erected and people feel encouraged to pray more often. Hope rises. Yeah, we have pretty good bars down here. Care house promise fulfilled. We have established a care house in accordance with the new law. Even more hope. Not much, but every little bit counts. This might be a good place for the public house, actually. And we have more workers and lots of resources. That's great. Let's send these out to... I think we'll go to the Rocky Promontory first, and then we'll go to the Storm Shelter after that. We should have absolutely 0 available beds, correct? Everyone should have House of Prayer, and everyone should have a fighting arena. Great. Now we need some cooks. We can use engineers for that, I think. The question is, should we? No, we should not, because I want. What we should do is build another workshop. This should be set to extended hours. This one should be 2, so I don't forget. Put another worker in here. And as soon as that is done, now we can just put them in here right away because they're gonna build it or finish it. Okay, now we need to enable these. And we probably also need to enable the heaters in these buildings. Which will drain our coal reserves quicker. We have about 23 hours left, but I'm not too worried about that. Put engineers in here. Boom. What we need now is the steam coal mine. I think that's our main priority at the moment. Or is it the flying hunters? It is the flying hunters. There is not much coal left. We might actually have to build another coal mine out here. As soon as we get the steam coal mine, it's not going to be a problem at all, because the steel coal mine produces a lot more than this does. But we need more food, so... And you might have noticed, I might also have mentioned, that we are going to avoid the soup law, so we're going to stay with the proper meals. However, since it's a new day and everything, I think that this would be a good place to end this episode. So I hope that you're enjoying the progress that we're making here, and I will see you all in the next episode.